Hey family, okay, you know what time it is. Get your drink and pull up. We are about to go over homemade MREs. So, hopefully you guys got a chance to watch my video from yesterday, especially if you've never heard of an MRE, heard of them but never really looked at one, saw what one has inside, anything along those lines. You're going to want to watch yesterday's video first, okay? Because it's going to explain what an MRE is and how it's built. So basically an MRE, a military MRE, is a one meal, high calorie, and it is a entree, several snacks, and then it has all the things you need in that kit to be able to make said meal, okay? So it has the spoon to eat the meal, it has some salt, it has some, let's see, napkins, right, to clean yourself up. It's got some matches, got some gum, and it's got something to drink in it as well. And it is intended to be one meal, okay? And the military, because they're doing high, high calorie burning things, they'll have 3 of those throughout the day, and that ends up being 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. Now, what I wanted to do was figure out how to do homemade MREs. And mine are a little bit different because mine I wanted to figure out and do them for the whole day. So basically a 3-meal-ish with snacks-ish rendition of an MRE, okay? So what I did today is I'm going to break this up in 2 videos. It's all, you're seeing it right now in this one video, but 2 parts, okay? So the first half of the video, I'm just going to show you exactly what I have and these 3 meals that I put together. I'm going to tell you the calories that are in them so you get to see what's in them, my thought process for hitting the meals, how many calories, and then the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I actually store them. So I vacuum seal them so you can see how they get condensed down, and also how heavy they are, because that is going to determine what you use these for. Now, you guys, these are a bigger product. So this isn't something you're putting in your bag. Yeah, maybe you're putting it in your bag for a hike, maybe a bug out bag, but probably more of just, hey, you make a bunch of these, you put them in a tote somewhere, and then they're just a form of an emergency food. It's just a kit that you can just take out and give to your kids and be like, hey, there's no power today. This is what you're doing for your meals. And you kind of just go with that, okay? Everything in here can just be eaten, okay? There is some stuff, the entree, that obviously would be easier to heat up, or would be better probably. And I'll give you some ideas for that as well and my thought processes. Okay, so MRE number 1 is, let's see, which one did I grab? The chicken cheese enchilada flavor, okay? So let me just pull all this stuff out so I can show you what's in here kind of in order. And what I'm gonna do is, up above, I'm gonna show you the layout of this MRE, kind of just a picture of what it all looked like, okay, and what's all in it. But I'm going to show you right now, okay? And then at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I package all these. Okay, so in my head, I'm thinking breakfast. So for breakfast, I've got a Pop-Tart, I've got a fruit and cream, bananas and cream oatmeal. I like the idea of this because literally you can just open this up, pour some hot water in this bag, and eat, if you had to, out of this bag. So breakfast, this is what I'm thinking, okay? This one, and you're going to see the differences, right? So you see me looking for other things. So this is what I kind of have in here for breakfast. Then I have a few snacks, you guys. So I've got a beef and cheese stick thing. I've got some sort of dessert in there. These are just hard peanut butter, bars. I have a trail mix in there. A mountain trail mix, and then I have crackers and a Jif to go peanut butter cup thing, okay? So that was my breakfast and kind of all the snacks that are together in there. And then additionally for lunch specific, in this one, I have 2 cans of Vienna sausages. So again, anything that's a can, if you're using canned options, because You could have 1,000 different ways that you do these MREs, you guys. You guys do not have to do, this is not a step-by-step, this is what you must have in it. No, if you don't like these, don't get these, okay? I'm going to go over a lot of different options. But you're going to make sure that everything you get that's a can has an opening like that, so you don't need any kind of can opener. So this is just a lunch that they can snack on. And then out of those snacks for dinner, here is the entree, which is a chicken cheese enchilada soup. Okay, now the idea behind any canned food that you're putting into said homemade MRE. One, like I just mentioned, the top. Two, I like the idea of that because ideally I could put this can on an open fire. I could open it up, put it on an open fire, and actually cook right in my can, okay? And ideally, most canned soups, chilies, that type of stuff, you can just eat, okay? So it doesn't need to be warmed up and you can eat it. If you're making these and you're making them for kids, do it with your kids and figure out what entrees that they'll eat cold or in something that's not, maybe not heated up, okay? So for this one, this was the options, you guys, okay? So let me throw all these over. Now that one was the chicken, no. Total calories for that. That's to get you through the idea of a full day-ish, right? I understand you need more calories if you're hiking and you're doing heavy work, but we're talking about maybe possible rationing type of a situation as well. And so you're gonna wanna make sure. That one total has 1930, and that is my lowest one, 1930, so 1,930. In that packet, you guys, I also have my spoon set, so spoon, knife, fork. And then in a little baggie inside that, I have a paper towel. It's meant to be 3 different times at least you're eating, so I just put 3 wet ones. It has, remember the MRE, it has a weight of flavors, so I put a couple salt packets and a pepper packet. I put hot sauce in this one, okay? And then I put 2 of drink packs that you can just add to a bottle of water. And then I also put some instant coffee. Now, again, you guys, this is your thing. So if you know, like, you have to have 3 or 5 cups of coffee in a day, put 3 or 5 of the little instant coffees in the kit, okay? If you know nobody drinks coffee at all, then don't waste time putting coffee in the kit. If you know that you guys drink more and you want to make yours bulkier, then put more of the drink packs in. My thing is, like, this is yours. You own it and you put kind of in it what you want, okay? The stuff in it that you know your family will eat and that you like. All I would say is you want to have an idea of how many calories you are putting in it so that you kind of have covered a baseline of a set amount of calories, okay? So let's do this next one. This next one is actually, let me see. Okay, so this is a chicken tortilla soup, and this is over 2,000 calories. Okay, so let's just dump this out, you guys. Okay, so this one's a little different. For my breakfast, I have a strawberries and cream oatmeal in here. It looks like I have 2 of those in this packet. And it looks like I have a Pop-Tart as well. Let's just do that. Snacks throughout the day. I have a peanut butter nature bar. I have a trail mix. I have the beef and cheese. I have the to-go peanut butter and the crackers again. This is like 250 calories, so peanut butter is pretty good if you can get it in your pack. For my lunch option, you guys, I put 2 packs of white chicken, so a white chicken one and just a hot buffalo style one, and I think this is tuna. Yeah, this one's a tuna, okay? What I did, though, is since this was my lunch option, part of my condiments is I have hot sauce and stuff, but I added a couple packs of mayo and a couple packs of mustard in my pack. And then, of course, this one has the same drink packets, right? Has some coffee. This one is a hazelnut instant coffee, and then salt, pepper, and the wet wipes. And then for the dinner, again, the right top, and it's a chicken tortilla, grilled white meat chicken. And I could eat that right out of the can. But again, if I wanted to pop this top and heat this up over a sterno or something, you know, you could. What you also could do is, let's just say it's grid down and everybody has their assigned MRE. You've given everybody the same type of MRE. They all have this this soup in it, and you just tell everybody, hey, give me your can of soup for dinner. Everybody give me your can of soup. And then you actually can condense that even further down by putting all those cans of soup and warming it up together and serving it. And when you take everybody's, you might find yourself actually saving a can here and there for that said thing. Now, the only other product that I want to touch base on is, this is pretty much the other thing. So ideas for lunch, you know, you have the tuna packs, right? You have the, what did I do in this one? Oh, the Vienna sausages, right? Another idea that I have in this other one is Spam. So this next one has pretty much all the other same kind of snacks, but it's got 2 of the single Spam packs in it for the lunch portion. And then I did the dinner, the entree is a little bit different. So you have these Dinty Moore, right, beef stews. Now, there's some pluses, and the rest is kind of just all the same, you guys. Now, the difference between this and this is weight, okay? I like this option because I can heat it up in the can over a fire or over a flame, but this option is heavier, okay? This option actually has more calories, okay? Probably gonna have more options, though, if you go with soups or chilies. And then this obviously is plastic. I can't just heat that over an open flame. So if I'm trying to actually heat something like this, then I'm having to take it out of the packaging and put it in a metal canteen cup or some sort of small pan that I have ready to go to heat up my food that I plan to put the food in to heat it up. Or, like I said, this is intended to, like, no shit, if you absolutely had to eat this stuff cold, you could. It's just like a regular MRE in the sense of, if you had to save your life, you guys, you could eat it. And this, I like obviously hot, but I love this stuff. So I would heat this up. Now, I get it. I don't really care about, again, I always say this when I'm talking about this type of stuff is, I don't really care about sodium content and all of that stuff. A lot of people might say, hey, that's a lot of snacks in there. But you'd be surprised, like, you need to have stuff throughout the day. And we live in a society where we have fresh stuff all the time at our fingertips. And there might be a point where we don't, or you're in a grid down situation and you're gonna need something quick that's easy, that you vacuum sealed for space, that you can just pull out of a tote and it's already ready-made meal. You know, I can hand this to my kid and say, hey, this is your meal for the day. This is all your snacks for the whole day. You've got to manage that, because in this is your snack. There's something to eat for breakfast, something to snack on between breakfast and lunch, something for lunch, something to snack on between lunch and dinner, and then dinner, okay? And the idea is, you know, not to be a health king. The idea is to stay alive and to have some food, okay? On the second one I did, that was 2,000, but the third one that I did, that I actually did these were higher calories, and so that one ended up being a 2320 on calories. Okay, so for the day, that's some good calories if you're rationing or if you're not really having a lot of food or needing to do something. Now, when I bring you back, I'm going to have these vacuum sealed so you can see the packaging, how big it was, and I'm going to give you the weights. The ones that have this obviously end up being lighter than the ones with the cans options. Okay, so just common sense. But again, you guys, this is just what I put together. There's all types of stuff on the market out there that you could ideally put in these packets. So again, put the stuff you like, put the entrees you like. Pick the entrees that you know you wouldn't mind eating cold if you had to. If you know, hey, I could eat chili cold if I had to, then do that. If you know it's only certain soups you could eat cold, like, you know, hey, I can't eat no creamy type of stuff. Like, I need to have a hearty beef stew that's just some basic meats and a broth and some vegetables. Get what you know you will eat cold in an emergency. And then, again, the snacks and stuff. Be getting stuff that your family eat, but be thinking about what will last, what has calories. You know, the peanut butter is great. Some of this stuff was very surprising on your calories that are in it, and that is, the idea is to fill, to be filling. All these snacks are stuff that is pretty filling, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would love to hear in the comments below if you've made MREs before, homemade ones, and maybe some ideas of what you guys put in yours, just to help the whole group come up with ideas. And then, of course, you know, are you a fan of MREs? Do you like the military ones versus the homemade ones? Is this something you would not do at all? Or is this something, hey, make it something fun with you and your child, and go ahead and make a bunch of them, vacuum seal them, put them in a tote, and have several days worth of, you know, ready to go meals, you know, on an off-grid situation that you can just pull out from the garage or wherever, okay? So I'll bring you back in a few minutes and we'll show you the end product of me vacuum sealing these and what they look like and the weights involved. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna try this again. My camera just totally closed and shut off. I was like 10 minutes in, 5 minutes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what I did. So basically I took all the meals. So the first one was the chicken enchilada. I took the, and let me just go ahead and show you chicken enchilada. That's from the side. This one's a pretty hefty one. Chicken tortilla. This is the one with the chicken tortilla soup. Everything is in there. And then the beef stew one, which is the smallest one you see. It's pretty. So normally what I do is I basically take a gallon bag. I put everything in a big gallon baggie, okay? I put everything to the bottom half of the baggie. Then I fold that over. I don't close it, but I fold it over. And then I put that bag into, you know, my vacuum sealer bag material. And then I vacuum seal it. Now, what I did on each of these is I obviously wrote what it was. I wrote how many calories, because I like to know when I grab them how many calories it is. And then I, of course, did the month and the year. Additionally, what you could do, I just don't do it, you guys, but if you were really, really wanting to track, you could write down something, have a piece of paper, write down everything that was in this MRE, write down the calories for each said thing, and then put that in with the MRE, and then you could then tell, okay, when does everything expire? And then maybe you could put an expiration date of the oldest thing, or the first thing that was going to expire in here, the latest thing, whatever you wanted to do. I don't do that because we're going to eat them fairly soon, ish, okay? We'll rotate them out is what I'm saying, okay? Now, let's talk about this, what you would use these for. Okay, so these would be great for an emergency car kit, phenomenal. If you're trying to put them, just doing them and then putting them in like a tote in your home, right? And just doing a bunch of them and putting them in a plastic tote, that would be a phenomenal, because then it's a grid down situation. You just have a bunch of MREs that you can go. And your MREs, if you do them like me, are going to cover you for a day for each person. Now, let's talk about weight though, okay? Now, the heaviest one, which is the chicken enchilada, it was 3 pounds. You guys, it's a big can of soup with all this stuff. The next one was the chicken tortilla. It's a smaller size of soup, but it's not the smallest, okay? And it ended up being just over 2 pounds. And then the smallest one, you guys, was the option one with the beef stew that I like, okay? And it still had 2,000 calories in here, and this was just over a pound, okay? And the regular MRE is just over a pound as well, okay? Now, if you're trying to put these in some sort of bag, go bag, you know, hey, if the idea is just to, you already know in your emergency plan how long it would take you to walk home, and, you know, if you had to walk home, that's how much food you should be carrying. Like, what's the plan for the bags? How long do you feel like you're going to use them? And then that's what you're doing for, as far as figuring out your food. But there's options depending on what you do out there too. I mean, this option is only a pound. This is very, very light, okay? So I could easily carry 3 or 4 of these and have 3 or 4 days worth of food on me. But it's really up to you and your plan and what you have. This is great for hiking, all that good stuff, okay? You can do, you guys, at the end of the day, anything you want to do, okay? As long as you are comfortable with the plan that you put together, the menu that you put together. You can do one meal and make much smaller, you know, options that just covers one meal. Hey, just breakfast. Here's my kit. I put it together. But I like having an option that I can just grab and go and say, hey, here's your stuff for the whole day. Here's all your snacks, your little food. And obviously this is ration. This isn't big meal eating, right? But the idea is you want to make sure that you're covering whatever you feel like would be your emergency number of calories, that you would be acceptable, you know, in intaking a day, okay? Obviously, some of these, you know, if you're a full-grown man and you're working outside in the sun and you're just doing something super strenuous, you're going to need a lot more calories. Same thing with women. If you're doing something outside, very strenuous, you're burning a lot of calories, you're going to have to build bigger MREs or just tone it down to, you know, meals instead of maybe like me trying to figure it out for the whole day. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoy making the MREs a lot. I think that they're just very quick and very, you know, literally like our first thing is when the power goes off for a significant amount of time. You know, we're not pulling out any kind of major big preps. We're not pulling out, you know, anything major. Okay. We're living off some basics. We're dealing with the no lights. We're eating MRE type meals. We're not really even getting into anything. Okay. We're not even, outside of the freezers, we're not really even getting any kind of generators going as far as cooking is concerned at this point. Okay. Because this is that's the type of scenario that these meals are for. The power, matter of fact, went out last night. And I was planning to do a video. I was going to pull up the generator and do the video anyway. And we were thinking, hey, if this is going to last, what are we going to eat tonight? We just pull out some MREs. What are we going to do? And so, yeah, we don't really panic. It didn't end up, it went off like 2 or 3 times, but it was only about 20 minutes a piece. So nothing major at all. And I just want to say real quick, prayers to people that are, you know, in Oregon and Washington right now. There is wildfires going on in Oregon. The heat is just crazy up there, you guys. And just say a little prayer for them, because heat like that is not, I am not envious. I am not, like, we're a little bit on the water here. We're not catching these crazy increases of heat yet. So please put your prayers up for these folks that are in these super hot areas. Arizona as well. Okay. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about my homemade MREs. Do you guys like that idea? Do you think you'll do them? Have you done them before? If you have, what have you put in yours, just to give us all some ideas? And I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Hope you enjoy. Bye.